Hello, in this video I'll show you how to replace the bushing on the rear lower control arm where the eccentric bolt is on Kia Ceed. Here in this case and in most cases the eccentric bolt is stuck to the bushing and it can't be turned. You can't regulate the rear. So in order to be able to regulate it, to do tracking, we need to remove the eccentric bolt and replace it, and also change the bushing as well. In order to remove the lower control arm, we need to remove the upper control arm and the spring as well. We start by removing the wheel. Next, we're going to remove the upper control arm. Next, we're going to remove the spring. We're going to use the spring compression tool. We're going to compress it and just take it out afterwards. If the video is useful, please like and subscribe. We're going to put the transmission jack underneath the wheel assembly so that it holds it in place while we remove the spring and the control arm. Next, we're going to remove the twist rod. And now we're going to remove the bolt for the lower control arm. And next we need to remove the other bolt for the control arm and the eccentric bolt. We remove the nut, but the bolt can't turn because it's stuck to the bushing, so we're going to have to cut it. Okay, that's the control arm down. Now we can remove the control arm along with the spring and start replacing the bushing. We're going to replace the bushing on a hydraulic press. Underneath we need to put a ring that's bigger diameter than the bushing, and on top we need to put putting a socket which is a little bit smaller diameter than the bushing, and I just need to press it and it will start coming out. And the bushing is out. And now we'll start pushing in the new bushing. Before putting in the new bushing, make sure you clean the area with sandpaper so that the bushing gets in easier. Maybe lubricate the bushing a little bit. And that's the bushing in. Now we can install the control arm onto the car. We'll start installing everything in the reverse order. We'll put in the new eccentric bolt. Next we will install the spring and try installing the twist rod as well. Put it in its hole and then put the other bolt for the control arm. We're going to push up the control arm with the transmission jack so that we can get the bolt to fit the hole. Now we're going to tighten the two nuts on the control arm only hand tight. That's because before we tighten them completely we need to lift up the whole suspension so that when the car is on the ground the bushings are not gonna be in any position to be forced to brake earlier. now we're going to lift up the suspension so that we can tighten the two bolts. We also need to tighten the twist rod and then put the other upper control arm in place and tighten it as well with the suspension lifted up as well. And then don't forget to do tracking.